You know the law, because I know the law very well. Freedom of the press, look it up. Fourth Amendment.
Oh, you! Wow! Wow! Wow!
No, it's free speech.
Hey guys, welcome to a video. So today we're going to take a look at Island USA and his latest romp and just a lot of the things that went on in it. It's like an hour-long video. We're not going to do the whole hour. We're just going to take little bits and pieces of it and discuss it. Alright, but let's first start out with subscriber shoutouts. Okay, so today we're starting out with Beth Tucker. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support. I don't remember. I think you have commented a few times, so thank you for that. Bush Rat John, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the continued support, and thank you definitely for your comments and the ideas on who to look into. So thank you, sir. And then the protagonist 808 coming to us from Hawaii. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for the support. And Miss White, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the comments and all the discussions that you've been involved in. Greatly appreciated. Okay, so this is his video, and it's really long, so we're not going to pick it up. We're going to pick it up from, all right, so he comes in and he wants to talk to a sergeant or somebody about what happened to him on the traffic stop he had, where the two guys, or the officer and the trainee, were, they were short with him, and he ended up producing his ID anyway. He failed pretty much. Anyway, so he goes and he's going to make a complaint on the officer. So we're going to pick it up where he's starting to talk with the sergeant.
Alright, so I printed this off for you. This is the complaint compliment process. You can follow this. You can submit it either on in person. I'm more than willing to take your information now and do this.
So this is a complaint form?
This is.
Okay, because usually when a threat is made, they make a, like a criminal form, a criminal complaint, or like a...
Can I get your name for me? Just your first name. I don't need all your information.
I really don't want to give it out because I'm not...
So listen, here's the deal. I'll help you, but I'm not going to be baited into an argument that you're...
Baiting you into an argument?
Right, so I will provide this to you. I will take your name, I can take your information, I can forward it to your supervisor, I can give it to my supervisor. We can have a long, drawn-out conversation here in our foyer.
Well...
So, do you have any other questions for me today?
I'm not asking for a foyer. I'm not asking for a records request.
We're standing in a foyer. This isn't a records request. This is a standing in a foyer.
This is a public...
It is.
Easement.
I'm not telling you you have to leave.
Okay, so...
But I am telling you I'm not going to have a long, drawn conversation.
I'm not asking for you to have a long, drawn...
About a situation that I'm not familiar with. Any other questions?
Like I said, usually when a threat is made, someone makes a criminal complaint, not...
Well, you're more than welcome to make a criminal complaint.
Where's the form for the criminal complaint?
This is the only form I have.
That's
Or I
the
can
only...
get you a website that you can do something right now. But I don't have any other information that I can give you at this point in time.
To you, it's not concerning that the officer's threatening people on the side of the road?
I'm not going to comment on your situation because I'm not familiar with it. You're not going to bait me.
I'm not baiting you. This isn't baiting. This is a real concern. I was threatened to be ripped out of a vehicle.
All right, like I said, I'm not familiar with your situation. I can't comment.
So next time, if he does do it, you're saying I have to defend my life.
I'm not saying anything.
I have to defend my life and protect myself.
I'm going to provide this information.
So there's no justice here.
All right, if I have can I get your name and information that I can go and I can actually look into this and forward it up our chain of command?
I could probably write.
I can go and forward that I can give you.
Because I feel like, I don't know what forwarding's going to do though. Like you're saying you'll forward it, but what's
Okay,
the...
well, hold on. I just walked out this door. I don't know your name. I've never met you. I don't know anything about your situation if I'm not familiar with your situation. So if you want to have the conversation, that's fine. Have you make a lot of accusations that I'm not familiar with. I don't know your situation. I can't help you.
I know the officer's name. That should be plenty. If I say that this officer's making threats on the side of the road to rip people out of their car...
And listen, As I'm sure you're familiar, we record all of our contacts. I'm sure it's on camera. I can go and review it. We can look for policy violations. I'm not going to have that conversation.
Can I have a copy of the...
You can absolutely request it. Let me get you the public limited.
All right, so let's start out with the officer's attitude. The officer had a pretty good attitude, I think, apparently, especially with Kevin having to repeat himself a bunch of times for this guy. And then the ridiculousness begins. I'm not asking for a Foyer. I'm not asking for a Foyer. A Foyer is, requesting public documents. And he's like, this is a Foyer. A Foyer is what you were talking about. He tries to explain it to him, but of course he says, no, this is a public easement. Well, out in the U.S. Well, Glenn, let's find out. So here we go, a public easement. A public easement is an easement whose enjoyment is meant for the whole public. A public easement benefits an entire community. Example of a public easement includes the right to travel down a street or a sidewalk. So, I'm sorry, Glenn. A public lobby would not be considered a public easement. So, you're wrong on that account. Okay, now let's see. Now let's look at the difference between Foyer and Foyer. How about that? You seem to be a little bit confused on that as well. So, let's go ahead and unconfuse you, shall we? Okay, now they do sound similar. I will give him that, but they are totally different. So here we go. Foyer. An entrance, hall, or other open area in a building used by the public, especially a hotel or a theater. The foyer of the concert hall. Okay, so that is what you were in, and now what you were confused with, a foyer. Let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, so FOIA is pretty much just an acronym for the Freedom of Information Act. It's so you're able to get records, public records that you want. So that's the difference. They sound similar, but they are different. I really hope that helps you out on that, and anyone else who is confused on it as well. I mean, there might have been a few. Who knows, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get back into the video. We'll pick it back up where he's still talking to the sergeant, and he should be asking for the lieutenant pretty soon. So let's go ahead and get that. Sorry, guys.
So this is the step-by-step instructions on how to request anything that's publicly disclosable, which is what his in-car camera is.
Okay, how long does it take to receive those records?
Like I told the other gentleman, I really don't know how long it takes to process and then get the information back to you.
Okay, so if I was a sergeant, I'm not a sergeant.
You're not gonna have
I would make phone calls and say, hey, this guy, he's making threats to people on the side of the road. He doesn't belong on the road.
Okay, again, I'm not gonna have that conversation right now because I don't know.
Well, you don't even want to know his name. You don't even care to know the officer's name. You want to know my name. You don't care about the officer's name. You care about my name.
I know Trooper Armstrong. I'm not gonna have this conversation.
You know him?
I do know him.
Okay.
I know who he is.
Okay.
I know where he works. I don't know your situation, so I can't comment on it.
But at first, you told me you didn't know every officer in the trooper, and now you're saying you know him, so, I mean.
I do know the guys that work out of this office.
So he does work out of this office?
He does.
Okay. That's kind of odd he was in Everett, but,
Okay, maybe we're talking about a different Armstrong then.
Joseph Armstrong.
Works out of this office.
Okay, well, he got me in Everett, so.
Oh, okay. Again, I don't know your situation.
I could tell you, but you don't want to hear it.
That's not what I said. I said I would like to have your name and some information so I can look into it, and I'm also not going to have that conversation on camera.
Right, but what I'm getting from this is, and you want to, check this out before, protect him, maybe?
I'm not going to be baited into that conversation.
This isn't baiting. This isn't baiting. This is...
So, sir, I'm going to leave this information with you. If you want to file a legitimate complaint, by all means, we can have that conversation.
Okay.
I can take your information.
Is there a lieutenant or a chief of police here?
I can go get my boss.
Let's do that.
All right. Stay here. I'll be right back.
Now, he did bring up a very good point. If they did catch him in Everett, what was that officer doing in Everett? To be doing that sort of thing. So that could be something that could come up and bite them in the ass. But I don't know. He still is. And then he was saying he's not baiting the officer, the sergeant. He's completely baiting the sergeant, trying to pose hypothetical situations. I guess if I was a sergeant, I would want to do this way because that's the way a lot of these frauditors do. They They expect the camera to just get them immediate results, and that's what they expect, immediate results. They want the outcome that they see fit, that they want. And it doesn't work that way. You know, you still have to go through the steps. And, you know, you should, if he has a legitimate gripe or a legitimate complaint, a legitimate situation, it will get resolved. So now we're going to go ahead and pick this up where the lieutenant comes in. Let's see where he goes, if he tries the same sort of tactics with the lieutenant as he did with the sergeant, and we'll see if the lieutenant is just as cordial as the sergeant was. So far, I think the sergeant did a great job. What do you guys think? How do you guys think the sergeant handled the situation, even with Glenn just baiting him and trying to draw him into this big conversation?
Hi there. What can I help you with?
Do you want to come out here and talk?
No.
No? Okay. So you want us behind the glass? Is that where you feel safe, or is that, think I have a weapon, or?
No. What
Okay.
can I help you with?
Just wondering why you're behind the glass.
Because this is where I work.
Okay. You're too good to talk out here on the public.
No, it's where I work, and I just came here.
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
My name is Lieutenant Longoria. My badge number is 6'5".
Are you a lieutenant or a chief?
I said I'm Lieutenant Longoria. My badge number is 6'5".
Okay, so I have a complaint I wanted to make about an officer that threatened to rip me out of the vehicle.
Okay.
He basically threatened my life, and I want to file a criminal complaint, not a officer complaint.
Well, you don't. If you want to file a criminal complaint, what jurisdiction did this happen in?
This happened in Snohomish County, but he's out of this office.
So if it happened in Snohomish County, you have to go to the jurisdiction where that.
Well, no, he's in this. This is where Sergeant Mosley told me he is.
Okay, but if the event happened in Snohomish County, you have to file or request a criminal investigation within that jurisdiction.
Why wouldn't I go to where he works and the officers that oversee him?
Because of jurisdictional issues. If something happens in Spokane County, I don't investigate it here in King County. People in Spokane County investigate it because that's their jurisdiction.
So you're not worried about what your officers are doing. You just want to send me off that way, and you don't care what.
I worry every minute of the day of how my officers are. I worry about their safety. I worry about everything about.
You worry about their safety, but not the public safety.
I worry about everything.
Okay, because for that night it was my safety that was,
okay.
You know, and he was another trooper, Tenzin Trang, I believe it was.
Okay.
And to me, that's bad training.
I worry about the public safety too.
You do? Okay. He didn't seem to have any regard for it.
Actually, he did, because he stopped you for holding your cell phone in your hand, and there's a lot of fatal crashes caused by.
Oh, so you know about it?
Oh, of course I do.
You know about it now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now you know about it, but before you didn't care. You were saying.
No, I didn't say I didn't care.
Okay.
I never said that, and don't put words into my mouth.
Well.
Okay? I said if you want to file a criminal complaint, you need to do so where it happened in the jurisdiction.
So you're protecting your buddy?
No, I'm telling you how it is with the law. I'm not protecting anybody.
You're his superior. You're supposed to oversee his actions.
Right.
If he's committing a crime,
Right.
you would be the one to investigate it.
Wrong.
Wrong.
You are wrong.
How is that?
Because it has to be investigated in the jurisdiction where it was committed. I've told you that probably 5 times now.
What?
I don't understand why you don't understand.
Because if I work in Redmond,
Is there something wrong with you?
what would be wrong with me?
I don't know. I'm speaking perfect.
What do you think's wrong with me?
That you have to file the criminal complaint in the jurisdiction where it happened. So if it happened in Snohomish County, talk to Snohomish County Sheriff's Office.
So in other words, you don't care what your officers are doing.
No.
They can break the law anytime they want.
Hey, you're trying to put words in my mouth, and I'm not going to allow it.
You're sending me off when you can take a report right here.
No, I'm not sending you off. You told me directly. Did you not tell me that you wanted to file a criminal complaint?
I do.
Okay. So I'm explaining to you how you do that. So you don't just go wherever you want to file a criminal complaint. Within the state of Washington, all enforcement agencies have jurisdictions where they are primarily responsible for. Okay? You have to go to that primary law enforcement agency first with a criminal complaint.
What primary law enforcement agency?
Well, you said it happened in Snohomish County.
right?
So that would be, I would start with Snohomish County Sheriff's Office. If it happened in a city in Snohomish County, then it would go to that city.
So you're telling me the sheriffs would investigate him?
Yes, we do it all the time. Other agencies, if I investigate my own people, you'll say I'm being biased and showing favoritism. So we have outside agencies investigate our officers, so it eliminates that bias.
So, I mean, it sounds like you're fully aware of the situation. You don't even know my name, cell phone violation. You knew all about it.
Yeah.
So you were prepared for this. You rehearsed it upstairs.
No, I'm just telling because
I could be one of a dozen things he's done.
You told me the trooper, and you told me the person he.
Okay. So, and they reported it to you, and
No.
you say you're aware of it.
Yes.
What does that mean? You're aware of it? They told you about it. What?
No, they didn't tell me about it.
What?
Fine, and then.
Okay. Well, I mean,
What now?
and I will file this criminal, but he is not going to get away with threatening people's lives on the side of the road. Fight them.
So when you say things like you hope the trooper Armstrong's into watch day.
Okay, guys. So he's continuing to try and bait the lieutenant. Lieutenant seems to be responding to the baiting a lot more than the sergeant was. You could tell by some of his responses and all that. But again, Glenn was not understanding what the lieutenant was saying. The lieutenant was saying you have to go to the jurisdiction the offense happened in. Glenn wasn't seeming to get it. He's like, oh no, I should be able to come in this. Well, yeah, maybe that would be great, but that's not the way things work. There's a rhyme and a reason for everything. And the lieutenant tried to explain that to him. He finally did get it, and he was, and you'd think that would be the end of the conversation. That'd be the end of the video, right? No, guys, this video goes on for like 40 minutes. He continues to bait the lieutenant. Lieutenant continues to go. Eventually, he says, when you think it's over, like, okay, he goes, you're dismissed. And of course, the lieutenant is having none of that. Oh, I'm dismissed. And he comes back, and it's just like this power struggle between the two. The lieutenant doesn't want to go, so they end up having this awkward conversation. And it's just really weird. Neither one of them wants to leave. It's just like this big power struggle between the two. It's kind of funny. So if you guys want to check out the rest of that video, go ahead. I did want to show you one last part before I end this video. It is when the lieutenant, he's like, oh, I'm on my phone, and I'd like to see the law. And he's like, oh, you want to see the law? I'll show it to you. He's like, okay. It's like almost he didn't expect the lieutenant to be, on his game and be like, yeah, I can show you the law and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that real quick.
I'm not sending you off. You told me directly. Did you not tell me that you wanted to file a criminal complaint?
I do.
Okay. So I'm explaining to you how you do that. So you don't just go wherever you want to file a criminal complaint. With the state of Washington, all the law enforcement agencies have jurisdictions where they are primarily responsible for. Okay? You have to go to the primary law enforcement agency first with a criminal complaint.
What primary law enforcement agency?
Well, you said it happened in Snohomish County.
Right?
I would start with Snohomish County Sheriff's Office. If it happened in a city in Snohomish County, then it would go to that city.
So you're telling me the sheriffs would investigate him?
Yes, we do it all the time. Other agencies, if I investigate my own people, you'll say I'm being biased. Armstrong's in the watch day or he gets run over. Is that a threat?
I didn't say that.
It's on your video.
No, I didn't say that.
Or it's in your comment.
That's not what I said.
Oh, well, it's something.
You mean someone made a comment on my page?
I don't know.
That has nothing to do with me.
I don't know.
The difference is I'm on the side of the road. It's an icy day out. It's, if he's claiming I'm on, which they made a claim that I wasn't texting or anything. He said I was holding it.
Right, which you still can't do under the law, by the way.
Well, I'd like to see that law, but
Oh, well, get it?
sure.
Okay, I'll get it.
Okay.
Hang tight. There you go.
Okay. So, a complaint with the Snohomish County Sheriff's Department, correct?
If you want to. I don't know where this happened. I'm just going off the information.
Well, according to the paperwork, off of 145th, which is incorrect because it was actually 41st. So.
Oh, it was great. Hang tight, I'll get it for you. That lieutenant, that was probably the highlight of his day, being able to do that to him. And you know, after he got back, he looked at it, but he didn't say anything. He just like, so I have to do this. It's like, really? You just asked for it because he thought he could prove a point. He failed in proving his point. The officer, the lieutenant proved his point. Like I said, you can tell just from that example right there. It's a power struggle between the two. It goes on for like the next 40, 50. I care to go ahead and watch it. Go ahead. It's just two bullheaded people going at it. It's basically essentially what it was. So what you know that better? Did the lieutenant handle it better in your opinion? Did the sergeant handle it better in that opinion? Let's discuss it in the comment section. I hope you guys have a fantastic. Hope you guys get done what you guys need to, and I will see you. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and let your friends know about the channel so they can subscribe and we can keep growing. All right, guys. See you later. Peace.
I can't believe you two took that raving lunatic seriously. What do you think this is?